today. I'm partly happy and partly sorry. I'd like to beg your forgiveness to many of the devotees who are attending the previous program that at a short notice we had to make some changes. And because of certain obligations, we had to strictly follow certain rules. We completed the complete discussion of Bhagavad Gita, all the 18 chapters, 700 verses in last 4.5 years, approximately 4.5 years. And 50 to 60 people were like fixed, people were coming. And then when the news spread that we are going to begin the Bhagavatam, there were too many requests that people would like to take part. And I also felt that I think those who are really serious about wanting to systematically discuss Srimad Bhagavatam and try to understand it. Okay, then we had that. But then many other issues came about. Because when we were having Bhagavad Gita classes, we began 4.5 years, the terrace was also empty and kids could play. And this whole floor was practically available. And that was, like the kids could come together and have some activities going on with them also. But now this is a outpatient for this community services department has taken over that part. And right now, 10-15 patients are lying there, taking rest there. And that has become a ward, a general ward totally, with patients, sick patients sleeping. And we knew that if we open the whole this Bhagavatam thing for the congregation, many may come. So the management expressed their concern, deep concern, serious concern, that things are, they are also want. I appreciate that their broad-mindedness to allow us to use this hall here. You rarely find such kind of a hall in a hospital. I am not aware of loud kirtan going on in a hospital. So this is a very unique hospital, and our motive is actually part of that is also sharing Krishna consciousness, and therefore they said that is all right, but lot of staff and the patients had complained about children moving around and creating nuisance. I don't say nuisance, but disturbance to them, not to the children. But so therefore we decided that we will restrict strictly entry of children below 10 years. So 10 and below we will not be able to accommodate, and I'm feeling so bad because there was very, very sincere mothers who, in spite of all these difficulties, were coming and taking care of the children also. But now I'm realizing if you want to, you can't satisfy all the people all the time. As one of the American presidents said, you can satisfy some people all the time, all the people some of the time, but not all the people all the time. So if you try to please everyone, then somebody else. So please, 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 I am begging with a very heavy heart that we had to make this strictly. So the reason why I am emphasizing is, please don't make a request to any of the volunteers. They are much more embarrassed and sad to do it strictly, but they have to do it. So if you go and ask them, just allow my child, it's like piercing them further. They're already dying out of guilt. You will be troubling them more. I know, I can understand why I don't. We have no alternative. If we had a separate facility, then we could have accommodated them. Where somebody takes care of the children. It's a wonderful thing. Let's see, next building is going to come up in 3 years by third Canto Bhagavatam. I don't know when that's going to come up. We may be provided with some facility to continue that. So, and this schedule, I would like to honoring and respecting all of your time also. We really want to strictly follow. Since we are beginning systematic study of Srimad Bhagavatam, I don't know how long it will go. 700 verses lasted for 4.5 years, and Bhagavatam has 18,000. Of course, we will not go so slowly, we'll try to go a little faster. But actually the purpose of this program has always been, right from day one, many years ago. It started about, I don't know, somebody knows when this Sanskriti program started? I think from Tile Factory Hall, which is 25 years ago. 20? Yeah. Yes, participant from the first program. 20, when was that? Do you remember? 96 we started. This is 2016. 30? No. Yeah, Mataji. It is practically. Of course, it's been moving different places and it's come here. It has always been, number one, a kind of a get-together, a spiritual get-together of the larger family, where, devotees get to meet each other. And secondly, it has also been a source of nourishment for many who are, for many reasons, not able to, come for a regular programs like that, or at least one program a week. And for many, it served as a very, very wonderful support system. And also, it is enthusing. And this program has actually inspired so many people to serve the mission, serve even this hospital in so many wonderful ways. It has contributed, and people are inspired to do some seva, especially in the spiritual care department and many other places. So I felt that we should have open it to everyone, and it's nice where association of devotees we can take advantage. At the same time, valuing everyone's time, I thought we will strictly follow this schedule. 7 to 7:30 we'll have Kirtan, Hare Krishna Kirtan. 7:30 to 8:40, that's up to me, I'll try to stick to that, is the lecture on Srimad Bhagavatam. 8:40 to 9 we will have Vaishnava Bhajan. We'll sing Vaishnava Bhajan. And 9 o'clock we will have Prasad. But there are devotees who are responsible for Prasadam. You can imagine, a lot of householders are here. If unexpectedly 2 extra guests come, they have told 2 and 8 drop in, you can imagine what kind of anxiety you undergo. And last moment, that too, without any notice. So they expressed, and the last thing they want to do is to add water to the dal. It's not good. So they are also in a tremendous feeling bad that they are not able to serve all the devotees. Therefore, we decided to make some kind of a system. So, because we are keeping the prasadam very simple, at least at 8 o'clock, they have to know the exact number. Latest by 8 o'clock. So we decided 7 to 7:45, devotees can come and collect the coupons. So we'll get an exact idea. The reason why I'm explaining all this is we have to see everyone's. If a program has to go on nicely, hearing and chanting has to go on nicely. Prabhupada said, management means to see that hearing and chanting goes on nicely. This is management. Nobody should be put into unnecessary anxiety because of improper management. So 7 to 7:45 will distribute coupons. Actually, we want everyone to try to come before 7:30 itself. But 7:45 it's okay. 7:45 to 8, you have to become large-hearted to pay some donation. And 8 o'clock we stop it. Stop the distribution of coupons. No coupon means no prasad. So you will get extra pious credit by fasting on that evening till you go home. So I'm kind of explaining this. I don't like to do this, but sometimes you'll, like Yamaraj's job is thankless job. He's a pure devotee, but he has a thankless job of putting up systems like that. Today I'm playing Yamaraj's role before I play Shukadeva Goswami's representative. So I request all of you to cooperate, and also because of the number, we don't know how many will come, but we were thinking that it may, since we are opening up to the congregation, many may come. But at the same time, we also are make sure that those who are senior and those who have any other issues should get a proper seating, comfortable seat. So therefore, we have wanted to have a lot of chairs. So we have put it up. And if still some of you need a chair, you can pull it up and put it behind, no problem. But nobody should be uncomfortable. Peacefully you can sit and here take advantage. So any one of them, you don't have to hesitate and feel embarrassed. Nobody, just pick up the chair and you can sit. So these are a few preliminary announcements before we begin Srimad Bhagavatam. Tomorrow is Ashadi Ekadashi, very auspicious day, and we are beginning the program on Dashami. So without any further ado, we will start off the discussion. Today I would like to briefly speak about introduction. Today I'm not going to start, and I'll be beginning officially the discussion on Srimad Bhagavatam from next week. Today will be a little bit of an introduction. So I would like to begin the invocation. We'll all chant together and then I'll speak about this. In Krishna Leela Stava, a book by Srila Sanatana Goswami, he has glorified Srimad Bhagavatam in 5 beautiful verses. And I am thinking that before beginning any of our classes here, after our Mangalacharan prayers, we will also try to recite these 5 prayers till hopefully all of us will memorize it. And also begin with the 3 invocation prayers of Srila Vyasadeva to Srimad Bhagavatam. Janmadya Sayataha, then Dharma Projita Gaitavatra, and Nigama Kalpata. Very beautiful. We will discuss that. Probably 1 or it may go 3 days also, I don't know. Let's see how it goes. I have to maintain speed, and at the same time I want to go deep also. That's a dilemma. That's another dilemma. if we go verse by verse, word by word, somebody has to pray for us to have a very long life. Not be possible. And you may lose the connectivity. If you go too fast, we will not be able to relish, which is what we have come here for. So therefore, I will strike a balance. You have to be in anxiety to listen to 1.5 or whatever hours. But I have to do a lot of exercise. What to speak, what not to speak, how much to speak, which way to restrain. That's also my dilemma. But I'll try to do whatever little justice I can. So, in these 5 verses, he glorifies Srimad Bhagavatam. We will recite it first and then I'll speak on that. Sarvashastrabdhi piyusha Sarvavedaika satphala Sarvasiddhantaratnadhya Sarvalokaikadrikprada Sarvabhagavata prana Srimad Bhagavata Prabho Kali Dhvanto Ditaditya Shri Krishna Parivartita. Paramananda Pathaya Prema Varshaksharayate Sarvada Sarvasevyaya Sri Krishnaya Namostute. Madeka Bandho Matsangi Madguro Manmahadhana Mannistaraka Madbhagya Madananda Namostute. Asadhu Sadhuta Dain Ati Nicho Chatakara Hana Muncha Kadachin Mam Premna Hritkanthayo Spura. So these are the 5 verses in which Srila Sanatana Goswami glorifies. So I would like to briefly and quickly discuss these verses, and time permitting we will also discuss some introduction to the first 2 cantos, which is compared to the lotus feet of the Lord. Let's see, depending on how much time we have today. So in the first 2 verses, he glorifies. What is the Srimad Bhagavatam? What is the Srimad Bhagavatam? Sarva Shastra Abdhi Piyusha. This is the translation. Sarva means all, Shastra, scriptures, Abdhi. Abdhi means ocean. Imagine if you put all the scriptures, all the Vedic literatures, and put it in the ocean, and then churn it. The nectar that comes out, you all have our 8th canto, Samudra Manthan. First, many things came out, which was a distraction actually, temptation. And they were sharing, demons and the demigod. Finally, the nectar came out. Piyusha. Piyusha means nectar. Sometimes children are also named Piyush. Right? Piyusha. It's actually nectar. So, Sarva Shastra Abdhi Piyusha. This is the nectar that has been churned by Vyasdev in the ultimate part of his realization. This was his last contribution to the whole world, in the most mature state of his spiritual evolution. After writing all the scriptures, being dissatisfied, inspired by Sri Narada, he actually wrote this. So, there is regarding this Amrita, Piyusha means Amrit. It is described, Shukamukhad Amrita Drava Samyutam. Shukadeva Goswami first time publicly spoke this. The whole history is there. Lord Krishna gave it in 4 verses to Brahmaji. Brahmaji gave it to Narada. Narada gave it to Vyas. Vyasji gave it to Shukadeva Goswami, his son. And Shukadeva Goswami a situation arose where to Parikshit Maharaj he spoke. So, in this way it has come, that is say, Shukamukhad Amrita. And that time Suta Goswami was hearing, later to the sages of Naimisharanya, that is in, that's both in the North India. Very close to Delhi is the place, Shukratal, where Shukadeva Goswami spoke to Parikshit Maharaj. And another place is Naimisharanya, where later Suta Goswami, who heard it from Shukadeva Goswami, spoke it there. And he is telling Shukamukhad Amrita, so that it is like a nectar. It's pure nectar. Then, in the Samudra Manthan, if you all know the story, the demigods and the demons came together, put so many herbs and started churning the milk ocean. And from there, first many other ingredients came. The Uchchaishava horse came, Bali Maharaj took it. Then the Airavat came, the demigods took it. They were sharing, then Lakshmi ji came. There were so many things that were coming. And the Lord had told, don't get distracted and tempted by these things. Don't lose your patience. Wait till the ultimately nectar will come, which is what you are churning for. Similarly, if you churn the Shastra, the first installment that may come is Karma Kanda benefits. Vidyarthi labate vidyam, dhanarthi labate dhanam, putrarthi labate putra. If you want this, you will get this. If you want this, you will get this. You get what you want here, right in this world. So there are benefits like that. Then, if you go on churning further, there are siddhis that you may get. Material perfections. Flying in the air, walking on water, and able to hold people. It's a siddhi. To speak in such a way that hold the audience spellbound, or some kind of, do whatever you want from the audience, hypnotizing kind of thing. These are all siddhis, material perfections. Then even liberation from the cycle of birth and death. Even that is possible. But that's not the real nectar. The real nectar is pure bhakti. Bhakti rasa amrita. That is the amrita. Bhakti rasa amrita. Sindhu. It's an ocean of nectar that will come out, which can be churned out from this. So, that is why is it called Amrita? Why were the demons and the demigods striving for Amrit? Amrit has 3 features, because of which everyone wants it. Number 1, Amrit is extremely tasty. That's why anything we drink, Amrit jaisa, as if we drink every day. We don't even know what Amrit is. But we have heard demigods drink nectar, and therefore, wow, nectarian. We say that. So it is tasty. Second, it increases your lifespan. That is the reason why they want it. If you drink Amrit, Your lifespan will increase very much. Third, not only does it taste good, not only does it increase the lifespan, but it also instantly gives extremely powerful nourishment. You become very strong. You can defeat anyone. After drinking Amrit, you will never be defeated. You can actually defeat even the most powerful enemy. Even though the demigods drank the nectar, they were always fearful that someday the effect will go away, somebody will defeat me. But this nectar, Sarva Shastrabdhi Piyusha, this nectar that is churned out is the ultimate nectar. This Amrit, when Parikshit Maharaj was drinking, he was not even scared of death. He said, Shukadeva Goswami, please go on speaking. Let that Taksha come and do its job. You do your job and I do my job. Let him do his business. He's supposed to come and bite me. End of 7th day. I am doing my business, hearing. You do your business, speaking. Let's all mind our own business. Problem in this world is, everyone tries to mind others' business. She said, he was absolutely fearless of death because he was drinking this Amrit. And this is the ultimate Amrit because anyone who tastes this, give him the best things in the whole creation, in the material creation, the best things you offer. A devotee will say, Na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim, kavitam va jagadisha kamaye, mama janmani janmani shware. I don't even want liberation, my Lord. I don't mind. Kita janma ho yathatu yadas, bahirmukha brahma janme nahi morash. So it is the sweetest thing. What is the proof? Those who have tasted this nectar don't want anything in this creation. Kaivalyam narakayate, tridashapur akasha pushpayate, durdantendriya kala sarpa patali protkhata damshtrayate, vishwam purna sukhayate, vidhi mahendra adishya kitayate, yat karunya kataksha vaibhavavatam. One who has received the nectar, what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come to offer, tam gaurame vastumaha. To that Lord Chaitanya, namo mahavadanyaya Krishna prema pradayate. Krishna premamrita, Krishna namamrita, Krishna leelamrita. This is real nectar. This is real amrita. Namamrita, leelamrita, rupamrita. And anyone who has tasted this, they don't care for liberation. Kaivalyam narakayate. To them, merging and losing one's existence is like hell. Tridashapur, going to the heavenly planets, akasha pushpayate. It's like will o' the wisp. It's like insignificant. Something imaginary. I don't even want to go there. Durdantendriya kala sarpa patali. The senses which are so difficult to control. Protkhata damshtrayate. They become completely controlled. Powerful yogis could not control the influence of Maya. One insignificant representation of Maya. But because Srila Haridas Thakur was relishing Namamrita and absorbed in the beautiful meditation on the pastimes of the Lord, even Maya Devi could not. In fact, he initiated Maya Devi. He transformed her and gave her Krishna Nam, Prem Nam, Krishna Prema. So, this is that. It gives the extremely high taste. No other, one who has tasted this, everything else pales away, fades away. That is the nectar. It gives the longest lifespan. Yad gatva nanivartante tad dhama paramam mama. Pure devotional service. Krishna Prema, and born of that Prema is Seva, that kind of devotional service, that gives you eternal life in the spiritual world. And also it gives you full strength. Strength for what? To fight the enemy. And which is the greatest enemy of any conditioned soul? Maya. Anyone who has tasted this nectar can easily defeat Maya, as Srila Haridas Thakur did, as many other great souls. Prahlad was tempted by Nrsimhadev. No, you must ask me. He said, no, my lord, I am not a businessman. I am not dealing with you. I did this, in turn you give it to me. If you at all you want to give me your remembrance. Give me your service, life after life. I don't want anything else. That is the person who's been relishing this kind of nectar. Dhruv Maharaj, all of these great personalities in the Srimad Bhagavatam, it is only those personalities' life who were relishing this nectar. And how even the Lord is sold out by this. He is bound, he is captured. And the ultimate nectar is in the 10th canto, when the gopis exhibit their love for Krishna. So, Sarva Shastrabdi Piyusha. Anyone who has drunk this nectar of this scripture, Kimanyai Shastra Vistarai, they will not be interested in other scriptures. Because this is the ultimate nectar, the purpose of which all the Shastras were written. Sarva Shastrabdi Piyusha, Sarva Vedaika Satphala. Sarva Veda, of all the Vedas, Eka, this is the only one, Satphala, the ultimate fruit. Why do we grow a tree? Ultimately to enjoy the fruit. Drink the nectar from that fruit and get the juice from that fruit. So Satphala, in fact right at the outset, Srila Vyasadeva says, Nigama kalpataror galitam phalam. It is a ripened fruit of Nigama. Another name of Veda is Nigama. Why? Gama means to go down. Nigama means one which stops you from going down. The nature of our consciousness, unrestricted, when unrestricted is just like the water goes down and goes to the lowest level. Naturally, the nature of the consciousness is to go down and down and down till the lowest level. Loke vyavaya amisha madhya seva nityasya jantor nahi tatra chodana. For anyone, a soul who has a material body made of flesh and blood, it is a natural tendency for the body made up of flesh and blood to be attracted to illicit or sex life and meat eating and intoxication. A natural. Nobody has to be taught. Ek karo isme acha. Nahi, natural, spontaneously the consciousness goes. In fact, to stop it, we need scriptures. That's why in the 16th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Tasmat Shastram Pramanam Te Karya Akarya Vyavasthitau. By the scriptures you have to elevate yourself. And what are scriptures? Do's and don'ts. Vidhi and Nishedh. ये नहीं कर सकते, ये करना चाहिए, इस समय में करो, इस समय में मत करो, whatever it is. There is a way to do. Eating, sleeping, mating and defending, they are the natural, not natural inclinations of any living entity. Yes, you can eat. What to eat, what not to eat, when to eat, how much to eat. Sleep, how much not to sleep. Don't be Kumbhakaran. If you sleep too much, you become lazy. If you sleep too little, you become crazy. Prabhupada said that. You go crazy, irritable, mad. So, sleep is necessary. All of this has to be done. So, Shastra restrains. So, Sarva Vedaika Satphala. And the Shastra elevates us, Nigama. It elevates us, helps us to gradually elevate, like a staircase, one by one, one by one, one by one. You should not get stuck to one step. The step is meant to step there and wait till your previous feet is put on the next step. As soon as you put it on the next step, what do you do with the previous step? Lift it up, right? Don't get stuck. Niyama agraha, niyama agraha. Don't neglect the steps. If you try to jump to the 8th step, you may slip and fall and go to the basement. Don't try to jump like that. Don't neglect. And don't get stuck there. The idea is to go up, go up, go up. Till what point? There are 4 phala, purushartha, dharma, artha, kama, moksha. But panchama purushartha is the ultimate phala, is prema pumartho mahan. Love, pure love of God. That is what Srimad Bhagavatam is offering. Sarva vedaika sat phala. जो भी कुछ कर रहे उसका फल क्या? मां फलेषु कदाचन. When Krishna says मां फलेषु, इस छोटे मोटे फल की आसक्ता में पड़ो मत. उस फल के लिए प्राप्त करो. सर्व वेदैक सत फल, जिस उद्देश्य से शास्त्र दिया गया है. Then सर्व सिद्धांत रत्न आढ़्य. Adhya means mine, like gold mine we say, coal mine, like that. Mine. Adhya means a mine. Sarva Siddhanta, of all the conclusions of knowledge. Sarva Siddhanta Ratna, the jewels. The perfection of all the conclusions you get right here in the Srimad Bhagavatam. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, 12th canto, there is a verse. Sarva Vedanta Saram hi Sri Bhagavatam ishyate tad rasamrita triptasya nanyatra syad rati kvachit. One who has understood this Siddhanta, any other Siddhanta you can easily refute. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he had several discussions. First discussion, defeating the Mayavad philosophy, Prakashananda Saraswati, effortlessly defeated by telling Siddhanta of Srimad Bhagavatam, which is nothing but the direct commentary of Vedanta Sutra. He was giving all understanding, his understanding, the impersonal understanding of Vedanta Sutra. Mahaprabhu said, he didn't speak for 7 days. He was hearing. Can you imagine? 7 days continuously he was hearing, morning to evening. And he won't ask a question, he won't speak anything, he won't even say not even that. But Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was so excited, he was going on. Ultimately he said, do you understand or not? I don't understand whether you are understanding or not. Mahaprabhu said, Vedanta Sutra I know. It is as bright as the sun. Your commentary is like a dark cloud which is actually hiding it. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was like a world famous personality at that time, popular in all the directions for, he would train the sannyasis, though he was a grahastha. He said, what nonsense. Give me a better understanding if you know. And the way Mahaprabhu spoke and systematically dismantled his philosophy, he immediately, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya understood. No one but the Supreme Personality of Godhead can give this understanding. Immediately he surrendered his life. Vedaischa sarvair ahameva vedyo vedanta krit veda videva chaham. Krishna says in the Gita, Vedai, by all the Vedas am I to be known. Vedanta krit, I am the compiler of the Vedas. Vedavit eva chaham, and I am the real knower of the Vedas. Even Brahmaji didn't know till the Lord revealed the secret to him. So who else can better present? And it is it's very interesting. this Bhagavatam was composed by God Himself. This Bhagavatam is an incarnation of God Himself. And this Bhagavatam is meant for understanding God fully. This is actually composed by God Himself. Vyasaya Vishnu Rupaya Vyasarupaya Vishnave Namo Vai Brahmanidhaye Vasisthaya Namo Namaha. Vyasadeva is not considered a literary incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Exclusively came to Krishna Dvaipayana Vyas. That's his name. Krishna, he was dark in color, that was his name. Dvaipayana, he was born between the two banks of the river through Satyavati and Parashar Muni. So he was called Dvaipayana, born between the two banks of on an island, Dvaipayana. And Vyas means a compiler. He compiled the Vedas. And so that people don't confuse, sometimes seeing all the Shastras written by Vyasadeva, they think Vyas is a committee. Or sometimes they think Vyasa 1, Vyasa 2, Vyasa 3. Like Chandragupta 1, Chandragupta 2, Chandragupta 3. People think like that. No, to remove that, there's another shloka. Who is this Vyas? Not Vyas 2, Vyas 3, Vyas 4. Same Ved Vyas. And there is one shloka which actually gives his description. Vyasam Vasishtha Nattaram Shakte Pautramakalmasham Parasharatmajam Mande Shukatatam Taponidhim. Just to make sure his address is correct. Sometimes they ask, बाप का नाम क्या, माँ का नाम क्या, जगह का नाम क्या, surname क्या, ये क्या. So that I am convinced that you are the same person. Vyasam Vasishtha Nattaram. He is the great grandson of Vasishtha Muni. Shakte Pautram Akalmasham. Shakte Pautram. Shakti Muni, actually Vasishtha had 100 sons. Vishwamitra, when he was a Kaushik Rishi wanting to become Brahmarshi, killed everyone. Can you imagine? He killed all of his sons. Vasishtha was so disgusted, he wanted to commit suicide. He never developed a revengeful attitude towards Vishwamitra. Even though Vishwamitra was doing all this, he considered committing suicide, but never considered taking revenge from. And he jumped from the mountain into the river, ocean. The ocean brought him and put him on this shore. Then he tied with a rock and jumped into the river. The river brought him and put him on the bank. He was frustrated. I'm not allowed to die also. I'm miserable. So in disappointment, he was walking back to his home. And then suddenly he heard Ved Ghosh. Somebody was loudly reciting the Vedas. And he looked back. And nobody was there except his daughter-in-law, the wife of Shakti Maharshi. And again he heard, he said, where do I hear this from? He said, this is the child born of Shakti who is still in my womb. Vasishtha said, now there is hope for me to live. And that was none other than Parashar Muni, the father of Vyasadeva. Vyasam Vasishtha Nattaram Shakte Pautramakalmasham Parashara Atmajam Vande Shukatatam Taponidhim. The father of son's name is also given so that nobody will confuse. Father's name, grandfather, great-grandfather, no doubt left. This is the Vyasadeva we are offering our respects to. So, Sarva Siddhanta Ratnadhya. It was composed by God. It is actually an incarnation of God. Sri Krishna Parivartita. The last part. Krishna has transformed himself in a book form. Actually, this book is non-different from Krishna. Do you believe that? It's absolutely non-different from Krishna. You may say, ऐसे कैसे प्रभु जी, ये तो कार्डबोर्ड और पेपर है. No. Jagannath, वो तो लकड़ी है. If this is the argument, then Jagannath is lakdi. Then all the deities are only marble. Krishna, when he comes in the Murti form, in a beautiful deity form, then you serve him by Dhupa, Deepa, Naivedya, Arati. The same Krishna comes in the form of his holy name, Abhinnatvat Namanamino. And then you worship Krishna by faithfully, attentively, enthusiastically chanting his name and welcoming him into your heart through your tongue. This is how we serve Krishna. And when Krishna comes in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam, you serve him by Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Okay, if you can offer Arti, better than not doing anything. But simultaneously by reading it, Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya, instantly Lord will become manifest in your heart. Sadhyaha hridi avarudhya tetra kritibhihi shushru shubhis tat kshanat. As soon as you hear with proper attention, the Lord becomes installed in your heart. That's the power of Srimad Bhagavatam. Sri Krishna Parivartita. Krishne Swadham Pagate. The sages asked this question. 6 questions they asked. Will come in the first chapter. Now that Dharma Jnana Devi, Krishna had departed. When, Krishna had departed, the Kali had come in. Now that Krishna is gone, where do we turn for direction? Dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami. Now he is gone. Dharma Jnanadibhisa. But now that it is gone, he has come in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam. He has come in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam. So, Sarvasiddhanta Ratnadhya, all the conclusions are there, and Sarvalokaika Drikprada. Drik means to direction, path. Sarvalokai, to the whole mankind, this can give light and show the path. The path to the ultimate perfection, and not only for Hindus or a particular geographical people living in a particular geographical area. No. Srila Prabhupada has proved that this is absolutely universal. By giving Srimad Bhagavatam to such people who are from one perspective absolutely not qualified. But as soon as they heard Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya, Prabhupada had that conviction. What is the proof? I will give you 3 proofs. First, does anyone know which is the one verse that Srila Prabhupada gave the maximum lecture on? But you have heard from me only, I have told. Giriraj Maharaj told this. He said maximum lecture he has given on 7.1 Bhagavad Gita. Maya saktamana partha yogam yunjan madashrayah asamshayam samagram mam yatha gyasyasi tat shrunu. Mai asaktamana, if you want to become completely attached to me, yogam yunjan, engage in my devotional service, mad ashraya, take complete shelter of me, asamshayam, samagram, if you want to know me without any doubt, completely as it is, tattvataha, evam yogeti tattvataha, if you really want to know, then yatha gyasasi tat shrunu, hear. And in that purport, Srila Prabhupada writes 5 verses as it is from Srimad Bhagavatam, beginning with Shrinvatam Sakatha Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtanaha Hridyantastohi Abhadrani Vidhunothi Siritsatam. Shrinvatam Sakatha Krishna. If someone hears, gives oral reception, submissive oral reception to, what a nice word, huh? Submissive oral reception. How do you receive someone? Give a good red carpet welcome and eagerly, you're waiting. Suppose a big man is coming, some very important person. How you give reception? Even before he comes, you're all eagerly waiting. He's going to come, he's going to. And as soon as he comes, drum will go, flowers will shower, whatever, You're happy. Wow, somebody has come. So he said, like that, Shrinvatam Swakatha Krishna. Swakatha, Krishna's name, Krishna's form, Krishna's qualities, Krishna's activities, Krishna's abode, his message. Shrinvatam Swakatha Krishna. Punya Shravana Kirtana. You don't have to do any extra punya. You don't have to do any other charity, any other yajna, any other dana, any other vrata, tapa. Provided you do one more. This what? If you hear. Because the purpose of all this punya karma is to purify your heart. But when you take a dip in the nectar of Srimad Bhagavatam, the purification, this is Ganga. Ya mukhat padmanabhasya mukhapadmam vinishrita. This is actual Ganga. When you take bath in this, even though you are sitting in the 5th floor of Bhaktivedanta Hospital in Meera Road, Mumbai, but by giving a proper oral reception, you get exactly the same benefit of going to all the holy places, taking dip in that water. You get purified. And why do you want to become purified? To become attracted to the Lord and to completely cleanse your heart of all unwanted sinful propensities. So Shunvatam Sukata Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtana Hridi Antasthohi Abhadrani. All the unwanted things in the heart, vidhunoti. Dhunoti matlab dhul jana. Vidhunoti matlab maha cleaning. Washing powder nirma. Doodh ki safedi nirma se aaye. I don't know, when I was in college I used to hear this. Whether still that advertisement is coming out. Completely gets cleansed. All the dhabbas, which is purana oil ka dhabba, sab nikal jata hai. Aisa sabun. Hridyantasto hi abhadrani vidhunoti suhrit satam. Why? Krishna is suhridam sarvabhutana. He's seated in our heart. Since time immemorial, he's calling us. But we had told him, just keep quiet, okay? Mind your business. I know what is good for me. Pad, baatchit nahi karne ka, chup. He's such an obedient person. Sarvasya hamridhan. Matta smritir jnanam apohanam. You want to forget me? Bhool ja. And then we say, I am Ramesh, Mahesh, Dinesh. Krishna Das, Krishna, Ishwaroham, aham bhogi, siddhoham, balavan, sukhi. See, we wanted to forget him. And he's such a good friend, such a gentle friend. He says, tu chup raho. ठीक है मैं चुप रहा हूँ. पर तेरे को छोड़ूंगा नहीं, तेरे पीछे रहूंगा मैं. तू जब भी पुकारेगा मैं तेरे साथ हूँ. Can you imagine? We have rejected him. We have spit on his face. We forget it. Get out of my way. He's got out of our way. But he has not abandoned us. What a friend. What a friend. Suhridam. So therefore, Bhagavat says, he's such a sweet friend. And as soon as he sees, oh, he's taking interest in hearing about me. Wow, I will reveal from inside. उसको जो है ना obstacle सब उतार के तोड़ के फेंक दूंगा खिड़की से बाहर. It's a fact. He does that because he's our well-wishing friend. As soon as he sees a little interest, बेचारा हर मंगलवार को 7:30 बजे ऑफिस से कुछ तो कारण देकर आ जाता है इधर सुनने के लिए. हालांकि ऐसे स्वामी जी अपना कुछ तो बोलते रहते पर फिर भी आता है सुनने. उनसे ज़्यादा उनके बारे में सुनने को आता है. चलो इसको थोड़ा रुचि देते हैं अंदर से. He creates interest. He cleanses the heart. So Hridayantastho hi abhadrani vidhunoti. Why? Suhrit satam. Because he is a suhrit. Nashtat prayeshu abhadreshu. All of this will go away, all our unwanted. Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Prabhupada writes, regular attendance in the Bhagavatam class. Which means we should try as far as possible, some time of the day. Like this recently during the marathon, I decided to go to the house of everyone who had purchased Bhagavatam. I also wanted to, who are the people who are interested in Bhagavatam? So I went to all the houses, and one of our devotees, is he here? He didn't know actually that, he thought Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam are like single books. Gita है ना, ऐसे ही भागवत. ऑर्डर कर दिया, बोला प्रभु जी उसका कॉस्ट अरे आप आ जाओ दे दो डिलीवर करो मैं बोल दूंगा. ठीक है. Then I went, delivery boy, and two bags, two boxes we took. So he looked at it, he thought we are keeping it and going to distribute everyone and come back here. हाँ रख दीजिए प्रभु जी. या आपका भागवतम आ गया. नहीं मेरे को एक चाहिए, उतना मैं एक दे दीजिए उसमें से. बोला एक नहीं है, ये पूरा भागवत है ये. He was little concerned, not because of the money. Money was no problem. He said प्रभु जी अभी थोड़ा चिंता होगी, ये एक ही भागवत है ये सब. बोला है सब भागवत है. I opened and showed, इतने सारे हो. He said प्रभु जी दो समस्या. एक, he said मेरा ऐसा है, ये पढ़ता हूं ना तो पिछले पन्ना का उड़ जाता है, पुढचा पाठ मागचा सपाट. आगे जाता हूं तो पीछे का भूल जाता हूं मैं. एक. और दूसरा, एक जीवन में मैं पढ़ पाऊंगा कि 30 साल हो गया पढ़ाई करके, कॉलेज छोड़ के, पढ़ पाऊंगा क्या? So that was his concern. How will I ever read this Bhagavatam? So to such people I just told one thing. Do three things. Number one, every day just pick up the Bhagavatam. That's all. Every day. एक कॉपी बस. Pick up the Bhagavatam. If you can't do, तुम्हारे पिल्लो के पास रखो ताकि रात को सोते वक्त चुभेगा ना पिल्लो पे तो उठा के देखे, अरे भागवतम साइड में तो रखेगा तुम, तो उठाएगा इसको. She said, number one, pick it up. Having picked up, open. कोई भी पन्ना ओपन करो और रीड वन पैराग्राफ, कुछ तो पढ़ो. कृष्णा नींद आ रहा. Whenever a person experiences by self, चलेगा. Just do it. When Krishna sees बेचारा मर के इतना बिजी रहता है कलयुग में, इतना बेचारा बॉस उसको निचोड़ रहा है, फिर भी आके मेरा बुक उठाता है. वो जो भी वर्ड पढ़ेगा ना, उस वर्ड के अंदर इतना मर्सी डाल दूंगा, उसके अंदर सारा साक्षात्कार डाल दूंगा. कृष्णा कैन पुट एवरीथिंग, ही कैन डू वंडर्स. And this person recently told me he's already gone to the third canto. बोला प्रभु जी third canto. That is, that was in December. No, I went in January. I went in December end actually. December end I went, and this is August, right? Now he's come to third canto. I thought फिर तो एक ज़्यादा पढ़ रहे हो आप. बोला हाँ प्रभु जी थोड़ा एक दिन छुट्टी होता है तो ज़्यादा पढ़ता हूँ, कॉम्पेंसेट करता हूँ. But I said कुछ भी हो, उठाता हूँ, खोलता हूँ, और जब तक नींद नहीं आता पढ़ता हूँ. One thing, you will never have insomnia if you have Bhagavatam. स्लीपलेसनेस का प्रॉब्लम कभी नहीं रहेगा. अगर आपको नींद नहीं आता है, नींद की गोली मत लीजिए, भागवतम उठाइए. That is a sad state, but it is one good. Even if you feel sleepy, that's the advantage. So, Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya, Bhagavati Uttama Shloke, because it is the ultimate perfection of composition. Bhaktir Bhavati Naishthiki. Nishtha comes after Anartha Nivritti. आदव श्रद्धा, थोड़ी श्रद्धा है, इसीलिए तो साधु संग आए हैं. It's like a background, it's like a pyramid. the bottom of the pyramid is Shraddha. Because there is Shraddha, there is Sadhu Sangha. If someone is regularly coming to Sadhu Sangha, Satsanga, you must know his Shraddha is strong. Because without Shraddha, a person cannot sustain Sadhu Satsanga for long. If a person is regular in Satsanga, you must know there has Shraddha. That means Shraddha. And as you go up, the bottom ones become larger and broader in the pyramid. So first is very small Shraddha. Then if you do, because of Shraddha, you do Sadhu Sangha, the Shraddha becomes broad and deeper. Then in the Sadhu Sangha, you hear, if you're sincerely hearing with a desire to apply it to the best of your ability, then Bhajana Kriya starts. Adav Shraddha tata Sadhu Sangha, atha Bhajana Kriya. Or having heard, you try to put something of it to practice on a regular basis. That's called Bhajana Kriya. And when you start doing bhajan, if your bhajan is going on regularly, that means you have really taken advantage of Sadhu Sangha, and because of that your Shraddha is becoming still more stronger. Not fragile, but more stronger. Bhajana Kriya. And if you are doing bhajan nicely, it has to be anartha nivritti. Unwanted things should go away or reduce at least. So if unwanted things are reducing in your heart, unwanted thoughts, unwanted ideas, or all kinds of etc. If these things are reducing at least, or you are becoming conscious of it and my God, all kinds of thoughts. How can I claim myself to be a devotee? You feel like that. Even if you start feeling like that, which means anartha is getting removed, which means bhajana kriya is becoming strong, which means it is bearing fruit. And if anartha is going away, then nishtha. What is the difference between Shraddha and Nishtha? Shraddha is wavering sometimes, and it is seasonal. We call it fair weather devotee. When the weather is fair, the devotee is visible. And the weather is not fair, Hari Bol. Abhi agle कौन सा एकादशी? आषाढ़ी एकादशी. थैंक यू प्रभु जी, बहुत अच्छा प्रवचन था. अगले आषाढ़ी मिलेंगे. So, nishtha means steadiness. Steadiness develops when the cause of unsteadiness, which is unwanted thing, material conception, etc., goes away. That goes away when our bhajan is strong. Bhajan is strong when the association is good and we are really taking advantage. And association is there because the foundation is, we have faith that this is the proper direction I should be, or this is the proper priority I should be putting in my life. So, Nashta prayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavati uttama shloke bhaktir bhavati naishthiki mein. Achha, then what happens? If you are steadily doing your sadhana, hearing and chanting, tada rajastamo bhava kamalobhadayaschaye chetaye tairanavidham stitam sattve prasidati. The mode of passion and mode of ignorance, which is the root cause of lust, anger, greed, envy, pride, illusion. Kamayesha krodhayesha rajoguna samudbhava. Lobha pravrittirarambha karmanam ashamah spraha rajasyetani jayante vivruddhe kurunandana. In the Gita, tells all these are coming from Raja and Tamaguna. So, by steady devotion, Raja and Tama are reduced and you come to Sattva Guna. And Sattva Guna is a steady platform. Bhaktir bhavati naishtikim tada rajasta chetaye dair anaviddam sitam sattve prasidati. And you become happy. Happy means, doesn't mean you're just happy, any situation comes you're happy. Not like that. Happy means dualities of this world do not affect you as it used to before. Yeah, hota hai. Good days will come, bad days will come. Happy days will come, sad days will come. Cold days will come, hot days will come. Glorious days will come and inglorious days will come. Respectable days will come and disrespectful and insults will come. That's the nature of this world. I should go on. I should go on. Healthy days will come, sick days will come. That's the nature. You can't have one without the other. They are the part of life. Because you are focused, the dualities don't affect. Oh, I want to stick to time. This is the first vow I took before sitting here. So, anyway, Srila Prabhupada mentions the same 5 things, and then it says how you will realize Krishna. You will see Krishna one day face to face. This is the first proof is he spoke maximum lecture on this. Number 2, he wrote in that particular shloka this particular 5 verses from the Bhagavatam. And number 3, in his Jaladuta, where he was going, Markine Bhagavad Dharma, in between he says, Rajastamo bhave era sabai achanna vasudeva katharuchina he prasanna. He had full faith. They have no interest. They don't know who Krishna is. But I have full faith in the words of Srimad Bhagavatam. If only they give little hearing to the message of Srimad Bhagavatam. Jodi shune bar bar. If they only hear again and again, which is what he tried. He had full faith, not in himself, on the order of his Guru and in the power of potency of the words of Srimad Bhagavatam. If only people continuously hear Srimad Bhagavatam, everything will happen as explained here. And the proof is, he showed it as our founder Acharya. This was his foundational faith. That this is what Bhagavatam does. And when he was going to the West, the only thing he carried with him was Srimad Bhagavatam set in that trunk. And that too just first canto, 3 volumes. Later he wrote more, translated more. So we did only 2 verses of the introduction. Next time I will go a little quicker and hopefully we will start next time. We'll end here and we will conclude with one Vaishnava bhajan. And I see many are our seasoned devotees, meaning senior people who have been. Actually, I am feeling very happy because just like for a Kshatriya, when he sees blood, he gets more. And for a speaker, when he sees audience, then inspiration comes. But therefore, to subdue the inspiration, I have kept the watch in front of me. So, many of you may actually know these wonderful bhajans. So, we will conclude with this bhajan and then we will have